Hello. Welcome to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz, and I just realized that the acronym, is that the right word, for Heretic Owl is HO, and HO is one of my favorite words. So, welcome, hoes. Become a hoe, subscribe to the channel. I figured since this was just kind of my first set of videos that I would just make a quick intro to put at the beginning of each of these videos. And please forgive my dog if you can hear him chewing on a bone. He is not a fan of when I talk to anybody except for him. So when I do, he has to be loud. But he's perfect. I love him. He can do no wrong. So, my intention here, I just want to kind of, like I said, set a little bit of expectation. My intention here is to talk about you. In the words of RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you supposed to love somebody else? Can I get an amen? So it all starts with us, right? And my intention is to kind of help you maybe get through some blocks, maybe see some things differently, get you to where you want to go, you know, maybe a little bit of advice along the way. And for me and my journey to self-love and authenticity, you are helping me heal my voice, obviously by using it. This is the most terrifying thing for me. But at the same time, it's like all that I can think about is kind of starting this channel and connecting with you guys and, you know, like connecting my voice to the collective as well. So thank you again for being here. Please, you know, leave comments. I would love to read them. Also, last thing before we get into the reading, I do kind of try my best to explain the cards a little bit. So use your own discernment and your own intuition to interpret the cards as well, because I might be saying the cards mean a certain thing and the story is connecting in a certain way for me, and you could see it as connecting for you in a different way. And go with that. That is definitely real. We all have our own intuition. If you are watching tarot videos, you may have a knowledge in tarot anyway, or at least a basic knowledge in it. So if there's a message there for you that I'm not saying, it is a message for you. So accept it, you know, even if it's coming from yourself. That is even better. So again, thank you so much for being here. And if you like the content, I would appreciate if you subscribed and shared. And let's get into the videos. Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to January 2022. As you can see, I'm using different cards. I was using the Shadowland Tarot, and I use those up through Libra. And then I think they just got tired. I mean, you know, I know I mentioned in my intro that I'm going through like a throat chakra healing and, you know, using my voice. And I started developing a sore throat yesterday too, which is interesting. But, you know, these tarot cards, they all carry energy too. And you know, when they need a break, we got to honor that also. So we switched up the cards. This is a Modern Witch Tarot. And so we do a 4-card spread. The center card is your current energy. To the left of that is any potential blocks. Underneath is advice for clearing the block. And then the last card is where we're heading next. We only take cards in the upright unless they do like a triple axel on the way down and end up in the reverse. We also only take cards that actually fall out. If they flip in the deck, we'll flip them back over and keep it moving because we want the message to be clear. And we ask for like one card at a time. If 2 cards come out together, we'll take those, but anything more than 2, we'll put it back in the deck. So let's get going. What's the energy for Sagittarius, January 2022? January 2022. During the pre-shuffle, the Fool card came out. So you could be looking for, yeah, new beginnings. We have the nine of Cups and 7 of Cups. So, which is absolutely beautiful. We have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. This is, you know, kind of getting everything that you hoped for, wished for. To me, like, you know, she's kind of, this to me feels like being very proud of what you have developed or what you've built, what you've made. Because, you know, just the way that she's sitting there. And, you know, like we kind of have these chalices behind her. Like, it's almost kind of like they're on display and she like won an honor or something for it. Like that's the energy that I'm getting from it. The 7 of Cups, you know, it like talks about having different options. It's kind of daydreamy, head in the clouds a little bit, but you know, it's kind of like, you know, there are all of these options here and she's observing them. Like it might just be that you have options that you're kind of taking a look at to decide like which one or if all of them will bring you this feeling of contentment. And that with the Lovers being at the bottom of the deck, the Lovers is, you know, like making a decision. Of course, it can be a relationship if it's, you know, and with the Cups here, there could be, you could have multiple people to choose from as far as being in a relationship. Yeah, because, yeah, it very well, you know, it could be that. Like, I tend to kind of stay away from relationship readings myself. But, you know, I mean, if it's there, I'm going to mention it. But, you know, again, there could be a couple options that you have. And you're kind of trying, maybe they all, however many they are, it could just be 2, who knows. But maybe you feel good in different ways with both of them or however many there are. And this is making a decision, you know, kind of choose one. The King of Swords is thoughts. So this is like a literal decision that you stick with. It's one person, you know, she has the Ace of Swords there, which creates some balance in your life. The Four of Wands talks about marriage or, you know, like a foundation. Judgment could be marriage also. but it is like, you know, transformation in some way and a new beginning. So, so that's one way of looking at it. Otherwise, like if it just has to do with, you know, it could with work, you know, maybe you have a couple options like job offers to consider, and you want to, you want the one that you choose to fill all of these cups, you know, work-life balance. You want a salary that's enough to support you and your family and then some, you know, allow you to have a savings and go on vacations. Maybe, you know, like it has some perks. And in the blocked position, we have the Ace of Wands. And then there's the Lovers again. Which is interesting. This is interesting because it does feel relationship-y. You know, the Ace of Wands is a new passion. It is also kind of a sexual type of card. So there's also very much that, but it's coming from the right, which is kind of like an offering from the future. So this could be something that is coming in, like it hasn't actually come in yet. Maybe what it is too is that one of these options, like maybe they haven't actually made you an offer yet, and that's the block. There could be like some frustration that there hasn't actually been. Did you just see that I spit everywhere? There hasn't actually been a formal offer yet, because like with the Hermit card, it's very introspective. And, you know, it looks like she's closing a laptop here or opening it, either way. But it's like kind of going back, and I'm getting this energy of like constantly checking in. Like, have I gotten the email? Have they texted me back? Have they sent me the actual offer? Maybe you sent somebody an email, like maybe you presented options to somebody and they haven't responded. Like they haven't, you know, taken your olive branch, if that's what this is. And I say that this feels relationship-y just because like the odds, the odds of like, you know, I did shuffle a couple times, right? Like, but the odds of this kind of landing back in the same, almost the same, you know, we have the Hermit, which again, introspective, checking, but you know, the star, like the star from the star card is that light in the darkness. It's that light of hope that we hold on to. And then again, you know, we have the Lovers, we have the King of Swords, we have the Justice, we have the Four of Wands, and then the Emperor behind it. Whereas the Fool, no, Judgment was behind the Four of Wands before. So this could be you either like retracting your offer, or this could just be you like, you know, just waiting, like having to like have the patience to wait. So again, you know, with the Ace of Wands being in the position that is blocking you, you know, it could just be that there is an offer that either hasn't officially come yet or it hasn't been accepted yet. And maybe the details are still being worked out on it, you know? And again, I'm being, you know, kind of drawn back to that, you know, this hand is coming from the right. So this is more so an offer that has not been presented yet. This is also like new action. You know, the wands talk about taking action. It's a fire card also. So, you know, like it's very much your energy. So this could also be that you aren't taking any action, or you don't know which action to take. Like maybe you just don't know which way to go yet. So you haven't. It's the wands talk about communication. So again, you know, it could be communication hasn't come yet. It could be that you don't even know how to communicate your needs yet. Just kind of giving all the options that, you know, kind of come to mind. Oops. See those? Okay. All right. So how do we clear this block? What's the advice? How do we clear this block for Sagittarius? January 2022. How do we clear the block? What's the advice? These cards are a little slippery. Interesting. We're going to take these two because this one fell out face down. So we have Temperance and King of Wands. Interesting. And again, so cool. We have the Hermit. You know, the Hermit is the one that fell, you know, face down. But we go from the Ace of Wands all the way to the King of Wands. So, and with this being in the advice for how to unblock the situation, this is, to me, like this is literally putting your action, like practical action, practical communication. And again, with the Hermit showing up at the bottom of the deck, like I said, you know, like just the energy that I'm seeing from, you know, this laptop here, it's like no longer waiting for them to make the move, like not waiting for them to start communication. It's you doing it. Temperance talks about, you know, like tempering things. It's kind of like transforming something into something else, if that makes sense. But, you know, she has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out of the water. So this is, you know, being grounded both in your emotions and physically in your thoughts, right? Like, so you have you have both, like you're clear in both your emotions and your thoughts. I don't know why I felt like I had to literally repeat that twice. And you see how she's got these two like chalices there, and it looks like, you know, she's kind of dumping one into the other. And that's how you change the chemical components of something, mixing them. And that takes time and patience. But it's also, you know, like the actual act of doing it. And the King of Wands, you know, it talks about like entrepreneur. It talks about being creative. It talks about like showing up, taking the necessary action. And the way that she's looking at Temperance, it's almost like, and you know, she's got this bald fist here too. This to me, like it does feel like a little bit of impatience, but also like stagnant, like forcing yourself not to move forward even though like you want to, type of thing. Like forcing yourself to sit here, but really what you want to do is get up and go. Like you just want to get up and like finish this. Like, here, let me just do it, right? Like, and we have the Nine of Pentacles underneath it, which is, you know, independence and abundance and, you know, the seeds that you've sown have now blossomed. So, you know, taking this action, like you being the one to take action. And of course, you know, however, which way, like, you know, don't become a bull and just start busting through everything. But also it's like, you know, don't wait for other people to make your mind up for you, you know, because it'll work out for you. Like there's this, let me see if I can move these over. All right. And what is the, where we're heading next for Sagittarius? Well, what's next? What's next? I was gonna laugh. Okay, see, didn't I say the Fool popped out at the beginning of like when I was doing the pre-shuffle? And here it is again. So this is okay. This is the beautiful thing. Yes. This is a beautiful thing about like this whole story. Now that like everything is out. Because, you know, like by being the one that kind of takes action, right? Like you have this new beginning here. The Fool is the 0 in the tarot. So it's literally trusting the process. It's trusting that when you walk off this ledge, there's going to be a safety net there. Like you are going to be protected, right? This is like kind of hopeless abandon, you know, like you're just going to take that leap of faith and trust that you're going to be caught. And this 8 of Cups, so now we have the 7, the 8, and the 9. And the Knight of Cups underneath it. So, you know, the 8 of Cups talks about, she's literally walking away. Like, you know, she checked out all these options. Maybe, you know, and she didn't like any of them. So, you know, I'm going to go find something else. This is, you know, like you've worked through your emotions on it and you're literally like leaving it, you know, behind, in search of your happiness. And what comes from that is this offer. The Knight of Cups is like generally like an offer of love. So again, you know, it could be a relationship, but It could be an actual job that you do enjoy doing, that does have all of the checks, all of the boxes for you. And the Seven of Swords underneath here, like this always to me feels like a warning. The Seven of Swords is generally like, you know, somebody's being manipulative or sneaky, you know, so it's always a warning for me just to, you know, kind of keep yourself in check, like make sure that, you know, like you are in your integrity. But I think this is beautiful because, you know, here we are, like we started with the Nine of Cups and we're going into February with this amazing, like, this amazing new beginning, like this leap of faith, having worked through all of this brings you this opportunity to go for it. And I love that. So I'm going to leave it there. And thank you again for sharing this space with me. I look forward to talking to you in February. Bye.